and girls, it's your teacher Margot Potter, the Impatient Crafter. And today we're going to work on a project made from YUDY.
Woo!
What's YUDY? YUDY's an acronym.
Huh?
What's an acronym? An acronym is a word made from the first letters of a series of words like LOL or IBM or WTF. YUDY stands for Ultra Thick Embossing Enamel.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the tools we're going to use today. This is the cool tool. This is mold and pour. It's a two-part molding putty. And when you mix it together, you can make fabulous molds of just about anything you can imagine. We're going to use Colorcraft 20 gauge wire. We're going to use a Ranger melting pot set to the UT setting. And of course, we're going to use our economy size clear UD with pearl UD. We're also going to add in some perfect pearls to give it a little iridescence and some Art Institute art glitter in silver and white. Now, you're going to need a bead that you can mold. I have a wonderful bead here from Peru. You can probably find a skull bead somewhere on the internet.
Okay.
And I'm also using these little ceramic bones that I found at Bead Button last year and some Swarovski crystals. And that's what we're going to need to get started.
Go ahead.
Now, I'm going to take equal amounts of my mold and pour, and I'm going to mix them together. This is kind of fun part because you get to squish it in between your hands. Now, the important thing is that you don't over mix it. You want to mix it until the two colors become one color, and then immediately you want to make your mold. If you wait too long, it'll start to set, and you'll get something like what you saw in my last video. That means you've got to be committed. Commit to what you're going to do, because if not, and let's say you say, oh, I don't like how that turned out, and you try to make a second mold, it's not going to happen. Okay, now I've got these mixed together, and I think they're looking pretty good. See what happens. So I'm going to take this bead, and I'm going to squish it down into the UT. Now, you don't want to push too far, because if you do, what will happen is it will push all the way through, and you'll end up with a mold that has a leak in it. That's no good. Now, this is the part where you have to wait for the mold and pour to set. So I have an idea, boys and girls. How about a dance break? Mostly you want to use a lot. Did I say a lot? Yes. A lot of the ultra thick embossing enamel in clear. The colors in the colored UDY are really saturated. And so you're just going to pour it in here and it's going to melt. And then I'm going to add my pearl color. And you can see how that looks. And this is a really pretty sort of iridescent white. Now we're mixing this color in because we want it to be one solid color. If we want it to be more striated, we wouldn't mix it with the spoon. We just let the colors melt into each other. But in this case, I really do want it to have this kind of pearlescent look. I'm going to add just a little bit of perfect pearl in pearl. We got a pearl theme happening here. So I was working on a UDY project for my new book, Beyond the Bead, debuting February 2009. And I really wanted to make it sparkly because everybody knows I like things that sparkle. But the glitter that I'm using, this ultrafine glitter, is made of a plastic, and it actually melts when you put it in the UT. So I thought to myself, what if I were to put it into the mold and then pour the UT on top of it? What would happen? Well, let's see. I've just cut off some, I don't know, about 3-inch lengths of the Colorcraft wire, and I want to make them a little bit zigzagged right here on the end, like this, because this is going to become the bail for our earring.
Okay, well.
So we're going to pour the UDY into the mold that has been pre-glittered, and you want to pour the UDY up fairly high. Anything that's excess you can later cut off. And now we're going to take our little wire guys, and we're going to set it in the UDY And you want to hold it until it becomes stationary as the UDY starts to set. And that may take a couple seconds. And then you're going to let it cool. Be patient, because if you stick your finger in the back to check it and it's still really hot, you're going to have a big old blister on your finger. So we're going to take it out of the mold. It's now cooled off enough that we can do that. And basically we're just going to kind of pop it out. And this is what we got. Now I'll take my pliers and I'll get rid of any kind of excess, and then we'll be ready to make more. I want to add a little sparkle to these porcelain bones, and I'm going to use my stickles. But first I have to find my stickles.
Here's some stickles.
Well, thanks, Stickles Pirate. I'll take these. Into every crafty garden, a little crap must fall. Like, say, the original plan for this video project, which turned out like this. Chipboard flowers with UDY. Not so good. But hey, we came up with a new project on the fly, and that's the way you do it, my friends. Turn that crap into creative fertilizer. Thanks for joining me. Catch you next time. Bye!
We pirates love stickles because they make our treasure spark.